All right, here I am with Akash, and we're going to be talking about resolve the Electoral College be abolished. So first of all, A or nay, Akash?
I believe that the Electoral College should indeed be abolished.
Uh-huh. And why? What's your justification?
Well, there's a couple reasons of that. The first of which I believe that the Electoral College entrenches a system in which campaigners are forced to only go to battleground states. Because of the current winner-take-all system in the Electoral College, certain states such as California, in which the Democrats win every single election, are irrelevant. Obama spent barely any funding in California just because the Democrats are always going to win. In fact, 2/3 of the campaign funding went to only 6 states in the United States. And I think that's an inherently unjust thing. But secondly, and more importantly, I think it's very bad that the current system encourages only 2 parties to be in a single place at one time. Because the fact is that 38 million people don't vote just because they don't have enough political parties to represent their viewpoints. For example, look to 1992, where Ross Perot ran as a third-party candidate, but he got 0 electoral votes, even with 20% of the people voting for him. As a result, all these third parties feel that, hey, I can get a lot of the nation's votes, but because I am never in a majority in a single state, I can never get into power. As a result, I feel that more parties would be encouraged to run without the Electoral College, and that would be an inherently good thing.
Okay. Yeah, but I have one fundamental question. Sure, your argument makes sense, but it's going against 200-something years of American tradition. Right, and the tradition was based on a certain belief that democracy in itself cannot exist in its purest form. It has to be we have to have a Republican kind of government, and that government is based on the fact that mob rule should not exist.
Let me tell you one thing, Gobi. Slavery existed for 100 years. People kept it because they thought it was a foundation of our country, that certain people were superior to others. But that doesn't mean that in the current time and day, that type of philosophy should be maintained. If I can show you that the Electoral College as of now is bad, then I believe that it should be abolished, regardless of tradition.
And isn't it unconstitutional? We have to edit the Constitution.
Exactly, and we edited the Constitution when slavery was abolished, and we can edit it now. That's what the amendment process is for.
Do you think that this should be a priority, though, and what America's Congress should do right now, based on how many things are going on right now? Bad economy, everything. Do you think it should be a priority, or do you think it should be one of the issues we put aside for when we have time?
I believe it's something that can be discussed right now, simply because the reason that the economy is taking up so much time is because there's so much political gridlock going on, whereas this issue is not necessarily as divisive. I feel that it wouldn't be something that would necessarily be opposed by each party, so I believe that it would be able to get through, the legislation would be able to pass easily, as it almost did in the 1970s.
And do you personally think Congress will vote A on this resolution, it should be abolished?
I believe Congress will.
Thank you.